Today was just a beautiful day. I'm so thankful for everybody that brought your energy and enthusiasm and just love for nature and love for each other. This is a beautiful environment.
I just love coming to camp. I just love this place so much, and to be able to share this experience with all the other families here and all you volunteers just makes me feel good to not only know that I'm here being able to be myself, but there's also hundreds of other people here experiencing the same exact thing.
Where we can all just stay connected, away from technology, away from electronics, not having a little phone screen distract us, and really being able to be caring and really reminding each other why we're a family.
This is just a small gesture of love that can go a long way, and that's really what Yes Camp is about, making small gestures of love that really add up to a huge movement. It's really quite a beautiful thing to be a part of, and I want you to know that that's the way I see you guys. Mm-hmm. You guys have become as much a part of Yes Camp as the Redwoods.
Let's get started! Let's get started! Let's get started! Welcome everyone to the Yes Camp Campfire!
Bienvenidos a todos a la fogata de Yes! Como si fuera mi último día, voy a luchar por mis sueños. And I could tell you his favorite color's green. He loves to argue, born on the 17th. His sister's beautiful, he has his father's eyes. If you ask me if I love him, I'd lie.
On our way from the school to camp, a girl and her dad, they were just talking to each other and they were bonding. And as we were coming down Pacifica, after a tunnel, the view of the ocean is amazing. There's big waves, surfers. And she said, "Wow, I've never seen the ocean wave before." And I was just, I put my head back. And her dad were just watching. She got up from her seat and she just waved. She waved back.
I had this it was super powerful experience for me. And it was with one of the youngest boys in the group. I was really scared. He was pointing arrows at places and like really working with him. Grab it this way, put the arrow in, and he'd get a little distracted and he'd turn halfway and the arrow would be half cocked and I'm like, no! Just the whole time. And all of a sudden he would just get present and he would pull that arrow back like full ancient archery master hunter and pull this thing full stance and just be like, launch the arrow better than anybody in the group. The arrow would just straight, it wouldn't wobble off of the bow. It was like a dart. I'm getting goosebumps. It was like seeing this kid drop into being in the moment was really, really special.
We went in a very small group of people, maybe there were 10 of us, and we walked down towards the garden, and then we took a moment of reflection. We just stood in the circle, in the space, and looked around and listened to sounds and thought about what we had experienced at camp. And as I was in that space, I looked around, and I looked to my left, and there were 3 deer. And so I had to hold it together, and then when I gave them their prompt to come out of that space, I said, everybody just slowly and quietly look to your left. We stood there for, maybe 10 minutes just looking at the deer. Really enjoying that space, and then we just came back to headed towards the campfire. But you never know what you're going to experience when you come to camp.
There's a little girl, and she decided to be the first to go to the zip line, and then got up there and decided that was not so much happening. And she came back down. She was kind of like tearing up a little bit because I think she felt like maybe she'd failed herself. And everyone was telling her it was okay. And she just kept saying, kind of quietly, but she was like, no, I'm going to watch 3 people go, and then I'm going to go. And the best part about it for me was, and she did it, which was exciting, but the best part about it for me was that moment when you see somebody exceed their own expectations of themselves. Like, nobody was telling her she had to. She just decided she could do it, she thought maybe, and then she did.
I actually found myself wondering tonight if I was hugging one of the people in my family too much.
We're doing the hard hike, and we got to the end of the road, which they're building a water tank, and we didn't know, and we're like, oh, well, we'll turn around. But right before we turn around, you know what we should do now? Let's have a toast to nature. And it was really cool. We were like, yeah! And we did it with all of the families that were with us, and we're like, yeah, cheers, nature, salud.
I've seen everybody have such a positive attitude. Like, everyone is so happy, and it makes you feel so welcome, even though we've only seen each other like twice. You feel like you're part of a family.
To see this on paper is such a different experience than to see it live and see it run, and see the enthusiasm of the folks here. And it's just such a phenomenal experience.
We know, like, deep down in our hearts that this is some of the most meaningful work that we could possibly do and bring forth.
Thank you all for being part of it and sharing with our families. And I think it's kind of how we're changing the world, I think, this family camp thing.
Fun. It's so good. It's amazing.
The bacon tree.